Oh, look at my walk. Look at my walk wall.
Oh, beautiful walk wall.
We officially have 12 mares due for the 2027 foaling season, and I thought it'd be a whole lot easier going into the rest of the season and videos if we just knew all the due dates and the parents and basically what we're expecting next year, and maybe we'll put in our order. How about that? So this is Opal. She is our first mare due in 2027. She's never actually had a baby with us, and I think she's a maiden. So she is our first maiden due next year as well, meaning new mom, never before done. We will just have to do that journey with her, right? Usually I have 1 or 2 maidens a year, every year. So she is what we call a recipient mare. So she is carrying a foal for my mare, Kennedy. So the dam of the foal that she's carrying is VS, the First Lady. That's Kennedy. That's my show horse. I'm very, very excited because I've never bred Kennedy to this stallion, which is, it's a southern thing, aka moon pie. Now moon pie is recently deceased, and so that makes this baby just that much more special. So that is our first baby due in 2027, and she is due January 29th. I believe that means her safe date is January 9th, and we're on full watch starting around then. So first week of January, we're watching. For those that don't know, Kennedy is no stranger to the show pen. So yes, I'm showing her currently, but before she was a broodmare for me, she was a 4-time NSBA world champion. She was a Congress champion. She was a reserve world champion. So she is absolutely probably my most decorated mare in the barn. And we're really excited about this baby. I'm supposed to give you my order. Dr. Matthew thinks it's a boy, so let's just go with that. Let's say it's a colt. And what color do I want? It could be red roan, bay roan. I think I want just a bay colt, but I want a really pretty blaze. That's what I want.
Nice.
Number 2 on our list for 2027 is Miss Erlene, red carpet debut. So we joke around that she was just 3rd everywhere because she had a very successful show career, but she was just kind of 3rd, which is still spectacular, but she never won anything huge. But she was like 3rd at the NSBA World, 3rd at the Congress, multiple top 5s at the World Show, you know? So she was a beautiful hunter under saddle horse, and now this will be her 2nd foal ever with us. And she is carrying a foal sorry. That's another mare. We haven't talked about that mare yet. She's carrying a First Things First foal because we have 2 Erlene babies coming in 2027. So hers is by my young stud, First Things First. He's like that deep liver chestnutty roan, and she's a really pretty true red, but they both have like really speckledy, freckledy blazes. I hope it gets the signature freckle blaze. And I really want a liver chestnut. That's what I want. So a liver chestnut filly.
Liver chestnut filly.
Liver chestnut filly. I think Erlene's a girl mom. So let's go with that. Except, you know what? I'm changing it. She's been acting steady this pregnancy. I think it's a colt. And I want to be right. So liver chestnut colt with a freckled blaze. Why is it so hot in this little area?
So hot.
Now, 3rd due is Miss Ariel. So Ariel is a recip mare this year. She's carrying a foal for my mare Cattails Are Blazing, aka Trudy. Trudy is an NSBA world champion and has now been a Congress champion producer, NSBA world champion producer. Like, she is the horse that made me a Congress champion breeder. Like, her first foal just went out there and did amazing, and that was RS Hank Why Do You Drink. So the sire of this foal is Good Better Best, making it a full sibling to both Hank and her 2-year-old Daphne. So we are very excited. If you're wondering why her face is crusty, it's because she's wearing a lot of sunscreen on her little white base, and she is a mare I've never foaled out before. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm hoping. We've never gotten a colt from this cross that I've kept as like a stallion prospect. And I think that there's potential there for that. So I'm hoping for a bay colt with some sort of white on it. And I want it to be symmetrical. So like whether it be a couple of small white socks and a star or whatever, because her son Hank did have quite a bit of white on him. So bay, white, and boy. Our fourth mare due in 2027 is Buttercup. Her registered name is Southern Sweetie Pie. So she actually has 2 babies coming next year. So we'll talk about the other one in a second. But Southern Sweetie Pie, aka Buttercup, she did show, she did have a career in the lunge line classes, but then 2020, the pandemic hit, and she honestly just got out of the show pen, was bred, and never went back. And so she has just been a really amazing broodmare so far. She has some foals who have done very well in the show pen, even at her young age of 9. And so she is bred carrying her own foal with First Things First, my young stallion. So I'm very, very excited for this cross. So she's due February 26th, 2027. And I really want a Palomino filly.
Ooh.
I would love a blaze, but honestly, just a Palomino filly. Hi, BBs. This little turd, I found him in the mini cow pasture yesterday.
What?
Yeah, in the mini cow pasture. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was just hanging out with Pumpkin, and I had to put my arm around him in a chokehold and walk him over through to the gate.
You want me to move?
Sure.
Moo. Look for Phoebe.
I don't know what that was.
That
You know
was
what?
a cow. Authentic.
All right, we're gonna stop that. Miss Lexy here, who is also a recip mare, meaning she's not carrying her own foal. She's carrying a baby for my mare Beyonce, aka KM Brandy Girl. Beyonce, she showed she was multiple top 10 at the Congress and the Western Pleasure and multiple circuit championships in the trail. She was fantastic before she had an injury. So now she's just a broodmare, and she does have that injury that prevents her from carrying anymore just because the extra weight was bothering her. So she just has recips like Lexy carry for her. So she is bred to Makin' Me Willie Wild, which is a really gorgeous black Western Pleasure stallion that I've never had a baby from before. We have a few babies this coming year from stallions that I've never had babies with, so I'm really pumped about that. And I'm going to say my order is a black filly. Now, I don't know if Beyonce can even throw true black because of her color genetics, but I don't have those on me right now, so we're just gonna put in an order for a black filly. Hi, big girl. Hi. Hello, look at Woody's literally not even that much smaller than her. 6th on our list is Miss Kimberly. She is a new recip mare. Now, she's not a maiden though. She's had multiple babies and I've heard is a fantastic mother. So Kimberly is carrying a red carpet debut BS code red foal. So you already saw Erlene earlier in the video. So she's having 2 babies this year and Kimberly is helping her out by carrying one of them. Now, same thing. The only possibilities is solid red or red roan. I would love like I said, I really wanted a filly from Erlene, but I think it's a colt. So I'm gonna manifest that this one's a filly and it's the same kind of like very muted roan liver chestnut like Denver. So like a little Denver mini-me, but filly. That's what I want. Our 7th mare due is Monica. She's brand new. If you missed her new horse video, kind of giving a little bit of an intro to her, go watch that. But she's due March 10th, and she's going to be having an Easy on the Eyez foal. So we've never had an Easy on the Eyez foal here at Running Springs, and that was a big part of my draw to her. I've always wanted a foal by him, and so he's just a big bay stud, and she's just a big bay mare. So I'm gonna say I really don't want to be tempted to keep it. So with that being said, it would need to be a boy. So I'm going to put in my order for a big bay colt. Just a real big, beautiful bay hunter style colt. That's what I want. Mwah, you sweet girl. This is Melody, number 8 of the year. She is carrying a Southern Sweetie Pie and VS Code Red foal. So there's a lot of possibilities here. It could be red roan, palomino roan. Really, really excited about this one. It could be bay roan. Lots of color possibilities. So she is due March, what did I say, 8th, 10th, 12th? She's due March 12th. Again, we have not foaled her out ourselves, but she has had babies and we have been told she's a fantastic mama. So really excited for her to join our recip herd. And I'm begging someone to have a palomino, someone. So I'm gonna double down on the Buttercup babies, and I'm gonna beg for a palomino filly twice. I don't care, both of them. Give me 2 palomino fillies.
Yeah, we need some palominos.
Need palomino filly. How pretty would that be? It'd be beautiful. Number 9 on our list is Lady New Woman. New Woman is her jockey club name. She's carrying a baby for herself. She's a thoroughbred. I love the cross of a thoroughbred and my stud VS Code Red. And so she's carrying a VS Code Red baby. She is a maiden. So she's one of our maidens for next year, meaning this is her first baby ever. We're gonna be helping her out. We'll see how it goes. And so she is due March 17th. My hope, I mean, there's not too many options. The baby could either be red or red roan. Honestly, I don't even think I want it to be red roan. Again, I really want to not want to keep every single foal that I have. So I'm kind of hoping for a solid red with a beautiful blazed face of sorts. She has a lot of white. She's actually, I think, a contender to have her foals be double registered because she's a big belly spot and big white legs. So I believe it would be awesome if she had a really chromed up red colt. That's what I want. Maybe like really big white socks in the hind end, maybe a really pretty blaze, red, like she, you know, red horses get a bad rap, but they can be so beautiful. So that's what I want.
Why do you think E-Cross is good with thoroughbreds?
Because they're like big stepped. A lot of the times their stride isn't quite as refined. It's got a little bit more knee to it. Usually they need like a smidge more mass on their bodies for the quarter horse circuit based off of just like a thoroughbred body. And then he brings a really nice top line. He brings a good mind. A lot of thoroughbreds have kind of like a hot nature because they were bred for speed. So he can kind of chill their minds, put a little more refinement into their front end. He has a very nice shoulder to be able to be athletic, but still, you know, take away a little bit of the knee action, put a little more beef to their body, but he's 16 hands, so he helps maintain size. Because a lot of times, if you're breeding to a stud like that, they're going to be smaller. So him being 16 hands helps you maintain the size while still getting those really positive attributes. So that's what we're hoping.
Cool.
Number 10 on the list, I know. We have a lot due in 2027, but number 10 on the list is Ginger. She is one of our faves here at Running Springs because she was born here. So she was born and raised here. Her dam is Beyonce, who's also expecting a baby next year, which is so fun. We're going to have some like siblings and it's a whole thing. But she is bred to Unbridle Your Dreams, who is a gorgeous double registered gray stallion. She is due April 12th. So here's the thing though, I kind of doubt she ends up being foaling actually in April because she usually foals a bit early. So this will be her 3rd baby with us and the first time that she's been bred to anyone different. Like her first 2 babies were with Cool Breeze. So her name is RS Code Ginger. Her sire is VS Code Red. And it's just gonna be really exciting. So I think, let's see, she's red roan. I think I don't know what his base color is, Unbridle Your Dreams, so I don't know if he was bay-based or red-based. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I just really hope it grays out. So I don't really care what the base color is. It'll probably be red. I just hope it grays out like it's daddy. Oh, and then what? You've never had a filly. Let's do a gray filly, please. Okay, gray filly.
Gray filly.
Now, number 11 on the list is Sophie, aka I'm a Riding Solo. So she had a very successful career at the buckskin shows, at the Buckskin Congress, multiple time champion. She showed on the quarter horse circuit as well and was very successful in the Hunter Under Saddle. So she has been hard fought. to get a baby of her own. So she's carrying her own genetic foal by VS Code Red, but it was very difficult because we wanted to ensure that this foal was PSSM negative, since that is something that Sophie carries. And so we had to do ICSI first, freeze the embryos, biopsy them, and then we were able to implant one of her embryos, and thankfully she took on the first try. And so we had 2 embryos that were sexed, so we knew if they were fillies or colts, and then we knew their base color. We knew if they were bay-based or red-based. So we don't know if they're buckskin or palomino or whatever, but I know which one got put in. Me and Rachel are the only 2 people that know which one it is. And so this is the one that I'm not going to tell you my order on, because I don't want to sway you, you know? So you're just going to have to let me know in the comments which one you think I put in. We had a red-based filly and a bay-based colt. Which one do you think that I did, Nate?
I think you did the colt.
You do?
I do.
Everyone's been saying filly.
I think you did the colt.
I'm shocked that you said colts.
Nah, I think you did the colt.
This is number 12 on the list. So Phoebe is due April 21st. She is carrying a really special baby. So we don't have a baby by first things first out of my mare Rikki yet. So Rikki gone commando, who is a Congress champion. She is an NSBA world champion. She is multiple circuit champion, multiple futurity champion. Like, she just killed it in the show pen as a Western pleasure horse. And we're back to riding her. Not sure if the show life is going to come back for her, but she's still fantastic. And so we didn't get to keep her filly Bobby from this past year. So I'm really hoping for a bay roan filly.
That's a good choice.
Bay roan filly. That's what I want.
Like a bay roan filly.
That's what I want. Bay roan filly. Look at this
silly
baby.
with the fillies. Let's go.
Gracie done found her a little bit of shade. What? I'm gonna need you to get up, okay? I've seen you lift your head, but I'm gonna need you, just for my sanity, to get up. Are you okay? Get on up. That's stupid. You know, boys just, they don't have the brain cells that my girlies do. I'm sorry. Oh, little Mary, or yeah, tell him. Go over to your mama and go get a drink, okay? That is all 12 of our foals coming in 2027. Spoiler alert, that's just the big ones. There are still minis. There's mini cows. There's goats. There's big cows. There's still some donkeys, I'm sure. There's still so much to come, but that is the roundup of all of our big foals coming in 2027. We're very excited. This is our biggest foaling season coming to date. It's basically going to be double what this year was, which is kind of crazy to think about. So from January 9th, basically through the month of April, we are locked down. So stay tuned. Let me know if you have your own predictions, if you disagree with some of mine, and let me know what you would like to know further about this year's mare lineup for 2027.